I'm going to show you how to remove a Gel X nail. If you're not familiar with what a Gel X is, it is a brand of nails that's a soft gel tip. So this would be equivalent to like a Gel Up, and there's a ton of other brands out there. But today, my client has a Gel X, and I'm going to show you how to remove it in an efficient time. All right, it's time to say goodbye to these beautiful cat eyes. I know, they're beautiful. Did you have fun with them? Love them? I am sad to see these cat eye nails go, but I'm also ready for change. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the Gel X nails. We're gonna keep the length and the shape, and I'm gonna show you quickly how to prep the nail for a gel overlay. All right, I'm running my Efile at 28,000 RPMs, and I'm starting right in the center of the nail and just using the dragging method. I'm using a safety Smooth Top Barrel. You can see right here that the top is smooth, and what's nice about that is it gives you, the operator, some confidence, okay? Like, you should have confidence working with an Efile, but when we're working right here, I know some of you are getting a little nervous, and I don't want you to be nervous. File with confidence, because removal should take less than 10 minutes. If you are spending more than 10 minutes e-filing, check out my YouTube channel. Oh wait, you're already here. Good to have you. Like and subscribe. Okay, so no, as you can see, I started off in the middle of the nail and I was dragging, right? Usually we have more buildup here because of the apex. I rotate my client's finger and hand. Beautiful, you see that? Now, where the skin is attached, this is where I'm going to work my bit from like right there up. And the reason for that is if I start at this free edge, it's gonna catch and create vibration and discomfort for my client. Now, the longer the nail, the more vibration there can be. So I'm gonna use my opposite hand. I'm kind of gonna just apply pressure right to her fingertip so I can stabilize myself. See all that stabilizing I'm giving the nail right now? I have the free edge, I have an anchor finger, I have my thumb absorbing some of that vibration, and right where the nail is still connected, I'm gonna take my Efile and just gently work it up, just like that. Very gentle. Flip my hand and pull and drag down. This way, you don't have any catching. Because what's happening if I go up like this, and I don't wanna do that because I'm doing an overlay right now, is what's gonna happen is it's gonna do that. It freaks you out, freaks them out, confidence is out the door, right? So if you're in a position like this where you still see some color, but you no longer feel comfortable with a carbide, hear me say that is okay. There's two options you have at this point. You can actually turn down your RPMs to about 13,000. That way you just feel like you have a little more control and just very gentle, like petting a little kitten. Pressure is so light, you guys. The bit and the tool should always be doing the work. You are the navigator. I see that there's some lifting right here. Do we see that in the camera? Just a little bit right there. Yeah, so okay, we got some lifting right here. And since I'm doing an overlay, I'm just gonna tap that out. Oh, that was easy, man. It's like our bits make me look good. Tap. See how we just tap that out? Because the product's already lifted. Perfect. We can see what is still lifted. This is actually still attached, but we just wanna go ahead and also remove this. That is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I see newbie nail techs make, is not removing lifting. It's just putting more product right on top. And if something's lifted, whatever's on top is also going to lift. So take the extra second, remove the lifting. That way you're setting yourself up for success. Hey nail techs, level up your manicures with professional nail bits and implements from Erica's ATA. We have everything you need from tools to gels. Check out the links below. So anytime I have lifting, I always go in with my sanding band because I need to take that lifted area and blend it into the current product. That way we have better adhesion when we put another product on top of it, right? I don't want to do that with a carbide because I'm close to that natural nail. So at about 9,000 RPMs, look how I've just made everything nice and flush. I don't have these high ridges, and that's gonna set up the application to be very smooth, and it's gonna look good and have better bondage. Now, I was at higher RPMs when I was doing that. At about 9,000 RPMs, I have a little bit of product, and this is what's nice about using a sanding band or a diamond is like I can go back and forth. I don't have those teeth edges that you have in a carbide. They're fantastic for removing product, but if you get into these like softer areas with less product, we can overfile. So angles are important, pressure is important, and also the type of material that we're using is very important. All right. And lastly, since I have my sanding band in it, my model today, she is lovely and she is a server. So anytime my clients are in hair, serving, bartenders, cleaners, I always want to rough up the surface a little bit more. So I'm going to get more of a roughed up surface with a sanding band than a diamond. And that's because they are working. They are hitting their nails. They're bumping them, but they're also more exposed to chemicals, the cleaner, or water. And what does water do over time? It's breaking down our product. So because of that, I go to a sanding band and at no more, hear me on this, no more than 4,000 RPMs. And I'm not kidding. You don't want to run it at more than 4,000 RPMs. Now, depending on your E-file, that might vary. The whole idea when we are prepping this area is to go as low as your E-file can go without it stopping. We don't want it to be like, go, go, go. And we don't want it to be ran so high that you are literally filing too much of that natural nail plate. More is not better. The more that you take down and rough up, what happens is that area grows out. And if the nail grows out and you put new product on, the nail is not rigid enough to hold the product. So over prepping, thinking I'm gonna take off more, is actually in the long run, not a good end game. So now at 4,000 RPMs, I am just very gently going to take the rim of my sanding band and just gently, gently, gently trace over where that Gel X tip was and where the natural nail is. And since I'm running at low speed, 4,000 RPMs, I'm now gonna also prep the natural nail plate. Look how beautiful this looks. Wonderful. I wanna do a little bit more cleanup. Like I've removed the product, removed the lifting, prep the natural regrowth, and now I just want to clean up that cuticle just a little bit more. And what that's going to do, it's just going to ensure when I apply product that it doesn't run and do that spider grab, just so I can have this really nice precision looking nail. So let's jump into that real quick. There's a lot of cuticle bits, different types of flame shapes that you can choose. I'm choosing just to jump in with the flame because it's small, I can get into that area. My model already has a really nice pocket that really I'm just focused on cleaning up any of just that like buildup of dead skin cells. Very, very gentle, very gentle. And look, just like a few little taps. I'm running at 11,000 RPMs. And mostly my focus is not being on the nail plate. It's just kind of creating that separation between the nail plate and the cuticle. I'm not doing the dragging method, always angling my bit so that I'm not thinning out the sidewalls of the nail. I have a little bit of a shelf right here, but you guys already know my favorite bit is either the Big E or the polisher. So I'm going to come back in and smooth that later. This is a really small tool, so I want to maximize it for where it's been designed. Going to do all 10 fingers, switch my E-file into reverse, still at that 11. Look at that. Look at this tool. See how close it is right here? And I'm literally just tracing that proximal fold, and look how it lifts. And this is also where you have to be really careful that you don't just keep putting time and time. Everything should be intentional to say, how am I setting myself up for the next step? I have a beautiful open nail. I can see exactly the proximal, like what is dead and what is living. See that color where we have this milky rim? That is what I'm gonna cut. What looks vascular and fluffy, I'm not gonna cut. I don't need to do more work. And this is what I see is, oh, I need to pick another bit. Oh, I need to get tighter. Oh, this little piece. And when you take time and you perfect it like that, you are losing money. Think about the end game in sight. She wants beautiful nails. I got my hard-working mama here who's banging her nails. She's in chemicals, she's in water and stuff. She wants to know that they're holding up while you're looking at one piece of debris saying, I need to get it. She wants her time back. She wants affordable nails, and she wants to know that her nails are gonna make her look good while she's doing life, okay? Don't overthink this. Get out of your way. Let's jump back in. So for me, this is why it's worth taking an additional cuticle bit to open this up where I'm gonna be able to reach. Look how much easier it's gonna be to reach my product. Oh, look how beautiful and open that is. I can see exactly where I'm gonna lay the product. There we have it. I just showed you how to use an E-file for safe Gel X removal. If you're curious about how to remove Gel X bits at home, well, you're just gonna have to wait for another video.